Warning. All rights of the owner are reserved. Unauthorized use or broadcast of this documentary without the consent of Firm World is prohibited.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Emma, I want to congratulate you for joining our club. We are all in the same club now. I want to congratulate you and to pray for you for a longer life and strength, so that all the good services you have been rendering to this country, you continue to do it. We are very proud of you, and we wish you long life, healthy living, and you and the entire members of your family. I want to commend members of your family for taking good care of you up to this time. So to them I say thank you, and to you I say congratulations.
On behalf of my wife, my family, and indeed the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation, we wish our father, our uncle, Chief Dr. Iwuanyanwu, a happy 80th birthday. It's not easy to survive 80 winters. Even one is difficult, not to talk about 80. You've worked very hard to build yourself in industry and in politics. And through that processes, you have contributed immensely to the development and the growth of Nigeria. At 80, I know you'll be reflecting some of the past activities, especially the ones you were involved from your days as a student to your youthful days as a young businessman through your political days. And I believe that you will continue to mentor the young ones. My uncle, on behalf of myself, my wife, my family, and the Goodluck Jonathan Foundation, we wish you a happy and a successful birthday celebration. I thank you and God bless you.
In life, some leaders are simply born great. Some have greatness bestowed on them by providence, while some achieve greatness by hard work. Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu is indeed a rare combination of these three phenomenal traits. Chief Dr. Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu was born on Friday, 4th September 1942 in the humble Christian family of late Pa Bernard Okoro and late Madam Hulda Iwuanyanwu of Umuohi, Ata in Ikeduru local government area of Imo State.
I was born on Friday, 1st September 1942 at about 5:30 a.m. I grew up with my parents. My father, when I was born, was a teacher, so they gave me a lot of care. I must say that when my parents married, my father was a CMS Anglican teacher, and then unfortunately, they didn't have a child for quite some time. It was a very big temptation for them, I understand. They prayed very hard. From what they told me, they had periods of anxiety and worries. And eventually, they had me. And when they had me, it was a big excitement and joy. Not only for my parents, but also for my grandmother, who was very anxiously expecting that her son had not got a child. Thereafter, my parents cared for me very well. At a point, later, my father resigned from teaching. He was appointed by the colonial masters to be a revenue collector in one of the local governments in Port Harcourt. My father actually was reputed to be very honest, very reliable, and very dependable. I know that in many organizations, people made him treasurer, and because they trusted him. So he was there. Then even during that period, my father handed me over to one of his friends. I lived with one of my father's friends who was a headmaster. The headmaster is O.C. Harry from Calabari. So I lived with him, and from there I went to secondary school.
Though born into a very humble family, Chief Iwuanyanwu has over the years braced daunting circumstances and has today risen to the pinnacle of greatness and stardom. Propelled by the virtues of hard work, honesty, and unalloyed faith in God, he has attained an enviable height as a successful role model, a political colossus, an industrial giant, a dedicated soldier of Christ, a professional icon of superlative class, a pace-setter, an unprecedented philanthropist, a champion of youth empowerment, a detribalized Nigerian patriot, and an epitome of integrity. Chief Iwuanyanwu is indeed a force to reckon with.
Chief Iwuanyanwu attended primary school in Port Harcourt and his secondary school in New Bethel College, Onitsha. Chief Iwuanyanwu, along with a select brilliant few, were offered admission into the Federal School of Science, Lagos, where he studied pure and applied mathematics, physics, and chemistry. In 1963, he gained admission into the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he studied civil engineering. Because of his very brilliant feat in academics during his first year in the university, in which he got the highest cumulative, Chief Iwuanyanwu was awarded the prestigious German Academic Exchange Scholarship known as DAD, covering fees, boarding, holiday tickets, and feeding, promptly facilitated by the Federal Republic of Germany. This award was for a few talented students of African descent. Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu was the first person in his faculty to be awarded that scholarship, which was reserved for highly cerebral students.
In 1967, when Chief Iwuanyanwu was in his final year in the university, the Nigerian Civil War broke out. At the age of 25, Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu was a leg among the 5 most brilliant scientists of Igbo extraction assembled by the Biafran authorities for the production of rockets, missiles, and other armaments, including the dreaded locally made bomb popularly called Ogbunigwe. He took part in the design and production of the first rocket missiles produced in Nigeria, which carried warhead up to 3 miles. The rockets and warheads were made completely from local materials. He also carried out a lot of study and production of various explosive armaments. Later, his unstampedable zeal and passion for military action catapulted him into being enrolled into the Biafran School of Infantry. After graduation from this school, he was drafted to the battlefields where he fought gallantly to the admiration of his peers. Unfortunately, the young soldier sustained an injury on his leg in the battlefield and was subsequently sent for a course on advanced military intelligence, after which he was posted to the Army Engineers Unit as a head of Combat Engineering Intelligence on 10th May 1969. Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu got married to Eudora Aworum, who was also a student of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. They got married at Emmanuel's Anglican Church, Umueze, in Mbano. The marriage is blessed with children. Immediately after the Civil War, Chief Iwuanyanwu was very instrumental in mine sweeping or removing bombs buried on the ground within the former Biafran region, thus saving a lot of human and animal lives.